I'm Charlie Sardelli, and today I'm here with Hillary Underwood. She's a senior here at Western Carolina University and a communications major. Hey Hillary, how's it going?
Nice to meet you.
Thank you for coming out with us today. First question I have for you is, what are some hardships you think the LGBTQ community faces here at Western?
I feel like one of the biggest hardships that they face is the fact that it seems to me that the campus is very accepting of it, but as soon as you step foot off campus, the surrounding area isn't accepting at all. It feels like it's really difficult to manage. I mean, there's some people on campus that don't accept it as well, and it's also some of the hardships that I've faced personally is people to your face, they'll be like, oh yeah, that's great, glad you got a girlfriend. I'm like, why are you congratulating me on this? But it just seems like they will be okay to your face, but the minute they get behind a keyboard, the minute they don't see you anymore around, you just hear the names behind your back, you hear slang. It's really difficult. Okay. Some of the hardships.
And being near Asheville, North Carolina, do you think that makes it a little bit easier for the community?
Definitely, because Asheville has always been like the loophole in the Bible Belt to me. Like, it's been really good to not have to always worry about, can I hold my girlfriend's hand? Can I be okay? Can I do this? I mean, it surprised me that in November that we were able to pass, it's like it happened overnight, that we were able to have marriage across the United States, even though some states are fighting with it. In North Carolina, it's still legal. So I feel like along with the law, it being okay in the law, some people will change over time with it. But Asheville's definitely helped out a lot.
Awesome. And if you don't mind, would you mind sharing any unpleasant experiences that you've had here at Western, or that you know of anybody else?
I've had a lot of unpleasant experiences outside of Western in the community. Wow. Okay. I grew up in Canton, just over the mountain between Asheville and here.
So you're a homegrown girl.
Yeah, homegrown girl. And I've had a lot of difficulties with the community inside that, whether it being chased through fairgrounds or threatened with weapons or whatever you want to say. It's been really rough for me. I've been pretty much out since I was like 16, so I've had a long time to adjust to it. It's not like it's just fresh and new to me. But on campus particularly, I haven't had too hard of a time other than just people behind my back. Mm-hmm. Some of the hardest things I've heard is just what other people have experienced. Okay. I've had some roommates that have been excellent. I've had one that just seemed that it felt like just because I was gay, she wanted to get there as quick as she could. So that was really awkward, but she was never mean about it.
That's good. That's good. Now, talking about the LGBT community here at Western, we do have a organization called IRIS. Would you mind telling us a little bit about that? IRIS,
now, they can correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure it's individuals recognizing individual sexuality, I believe, and it's basically just the open LGBT place here on campus. It's really nice to go there and meet people that share a similar bond with you. It's a community. It's like the same thing as church for some people. It's a community where you can go and support each other. And the term LGBT, they actually they have informational sessions, which are wonderful. And the sessions go for the actual long acronym instead of LGBT, which is a lot easier to say. Oh, yeah. It's LGBTIQA+. It's lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgendered. I is intersex. Q is queer, which is it's a term that we've brought back as positive. I know it was a slang back then. Oh, yeah. A is asexual, and then plus is everything under the rainbow spectrum.
That's awesome. And do you feel that Western Carolina University is doing a good job helping the LGBTQ community?
I know they definitely are trying to, because they see it as a problem, especially being tucked here in the mountains. It's definitely like a culture shock for some people. I've been on a couple of Safe Zone panels, which Safe Zone is a national organization to help people just be educated in sexuality or gender identity issues, and just kind of help people who might come to them. You see the triangles around campus that are Safe Zone. Yep. It's basically, we're not counselors, but it's where people are like, well, I feel uncomfortable with, how I'm feeling about my gender, my sexuality. Can I talk to you? And then they'll be able to lead you to the proper resources. So with that, when I've been on the Safe Zone panel, I was actually on the Safe Zone panel for the intercultural affairs group. So they are definitely trying. One of the questions he asked me, I forget his name, but he said, how can Western help improve the life of LGBT on campus?
That's good.
And I talked about things like gender-neutral bathrooms to more safe zone programming, because it seems like there's only 3 or 4 sessions a year, and then you have to do 2 parts. So it's nice to be able to have those resources available and have people educated on it.
Definitely, definitely. Now, if do you have any advice for anybody here at Western who is struggling with their sexuality?
Well, if they're struggling with their sexuality because of something inside them that they're not sure if they want to, definitely go talk to some of those safe zone people. We've been through it all. I've been through the program as well. I've been on the panels, and it's just helpful to be able to have somebody to talk to about it. You need to let it out and talk to somebody. You need to figure it out, because it's all about discovering yourself and who you are, and it's not really a decision or a choice. It's discovering who you are. And if they're struggling with abuse or with some kind of discriminatory stuff on campus, please tell a teacher, professor, police, especially if it's violent. Like, try your best. If it's your roommate, talk to your RA, get a room moved. There's a lot of different things you can do, but the first thing you have to do is you have to talk about it.
Awesome. Well, we've covered a lot here today. Is there anything that you would like to just tell the students at Western?
I would like to tell the students at Western that we are human too, that we're part of this community as much as you are. We're college students. We're trying to struggle. Like, we are in the same community that you are. We're trying to get a job. We're trying to live. We're trying to be ourselves, and we shouldn't get hate or discriminated. We shouldn't get discriminated against for it. We should be able to, coexist and share equal levels with everything. So it's really difficult when the first step is understanding. So just have an open mind.
Awesome. Well, Hillary, thank you for giving us this wonderful insight, and I appreciate you coming to
Nice
talk
to
with us.
meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Thank you, everybody.